Let us now look at trainings at Wipro. Process and quality training, coaching and facilitation as follows. Providing a total training approach which focuses on imparting specific skills to people has been at the helm of Wipro's training programs. Wipro also has a focus on Six Sigma, and hence the training programs are Six Sigma at Wipro. Wipro's Six Sigma methodology includes DSS+, DMAIC, DSSP, DCAM, TQSS, and CFPM. These programs extensively train people on the know-how of Six Sigma processes. After having extensively looked at the role of the training and development department in companies, let us now understand the future roles of HR. There are three specific roles which HR will play in the future that we are going to understand now. Some of these roles have already been set and being practiced and followed by HR today. The very first is that role of being an internal consultant. The next of being a talent manager, and finally that of a vendor manager. All three roles will be discussed in detail in the subsequent slides. The very first role that we are going to look at is that of the internal consultant. Dear friends, the HR functions by helping the spread of HR competencies amongst the people throughout the organization. The next aspect of this role is empowering line managers to recruit, interview, hire, and retain the talent that they need. There is a specific advantage, friends, attached to this particular aspect. Line managers being empowered know better about the job roles that their team members or subordinates are going to perform. Hence, if they are empowered with the knowledge to recruit, they can do a better job than the existing HR people. Another important role, friends, which is being played and will be played more prominently in the future by the HR personnel of a company is the role of a talent manager. Yes, the HR person is responsible and will be responsible for finding, developing, and retaining the best and brightest of workers. Today's employees need to be groomed as tomorrow's leaders. Hence, the aspect of succession planning comes into picture. The HR personnel need to have a keen view and perspective and need to be keen enough to identify the talent in people, thus leading to succession planning. Their objective should be to move people through the talent and the corporate pipeline. A lot of initiatives have been taken by companies across the world to ensure that succession planning happens in their respective organizations. The last role which has been played recently and a role which will be played by the HR in the future is that of the vendor manager. In this particular role, the HR determines which functions can be handled better and less expensively outside the organization. Outsourcing is a key word in this context. Specialized pieces of jobs can be easily outsourced. The recruitment department of any company is not competent enough to handle very large volumes of sudden recruitments. Hence, the need of vendors. Vendors provide the expertise for carrying out recruitments for specific and crucial or urgent process requirements. Hence, the HR person needs to liaise very intently and very closely with the vendors in order to get the best of recruitments in a timely manner. The professional monitors quality and costs and stays on top of the trends in his business. This is very essential if recruitments need to be carried in a streamlined and a professional manner. Thus friends, after an interesting discussion about the new roles of HR and support functions, we have now reached the summary of this video session. We have seen the evolving HR. HR in the 70s and 80s was just a personal department or handling payrolls. But today it has become much more than that. It is in fact involved in a lot of strategic planning with the help of the top management. It takes care of all aspects which relate to people, thus focusing a lot on the people management factors. HR have become agents of change and they're championing the cause of people, thus improving the quality of corporate life. HR is also instrumental in a lot of creative activities which are conducted by business HR across the corporate. Activities like rewards and recognitions, arranging for trainings, arranging for outings have become a practice which is shared by companies across the world. We have also looked at and understood the aspect of innovative recruitment. HR and recruitment personnel across the world have now started using social networking and HR networking sites to get the right people. Social networking sites like Orkut and Facebook provide good amount of information about specific people that the HR might require for their respective companies. Sites like LinkedIn have also helped, along with sites like SiteHR, to get the right contacts and information which is pertinent to the HR and recruitment functions. We've also seen the involvement and the value adds by the training and development teams. Specific trainings are designed either in-house or outsourced by these departments to help the HR personnel. Future roles of HR was the last topic of this video presentation. It showed us how the HR can help change the organization's perspective and help drive a company or organization towards success. So friends, I would like to thank you for your patient hearing on this session, and I'm hopeful that these practical aspects and the knowledge inputs that I have provided will be helpful to you in your future endeavors. Thank you.